Ever since car movies came out like Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift, and franchises such as Initial D, a lot of people have been wanting to get into drifting but don't necessarily know how.
Drift? What do you mean, drift?
You'll see people getting super excited and super hype over it when they see it because it just looks pretty freaking cool. You don't know why, but it really gets people excited. It gets the people going.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
You might be wanting to inspire that same feeling that you get watching people drive around and slide around in their car.
There go me. That's my boy. That's my boy. Yeah, buddy. Remember, he was number one. Yeah. Meat. Remember that.
What's up? It's your boy Captain Meep at Captain Meep on Instagram and Twitter. And today we're going to be talking about what you should know before you decide to get into drifting. So let's get right into it. If you're thinking about drifting or getting into drifting, there's a couple things that you need to know before you get started. First, I need you guys to realize that just like any hobby, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of dedication, from finding events to scheduling, budgeting, and figuring out if it actually works for you. So you'll have to figure out that time, because a lot of times if you're like me and this area where I live, there aren't any tracks nearby, so a lot of times I'll have to drive an hour and a half minimum up to 3 to 4 hours to get to the closest track. And you'll have to figure out what sort of sleeping arrangements, if you're going by yourselves, how to transport tires, how to get the car to and from there safely. It's a lot of things that goes into it. Another thing you guys should realize that drifting, as like all other motorsports, is pretty expensive. So you'll have to get those budgeting skills together to really formulate a plan to figure out what it is that you need to purchase, when you need to purchase it, and always have backup money, because let's face it, something's always going to happen. There are always those incidentals that you'll need to take care of things should they arrive. Another thing that you should realize is that you are going to break something. Your car isn't going to be as pretty as it is when you first bought it, when you first brought it home. You need to be mentally prepared and totally understand that things are gonna happen. You're gonna tear a fender, the tires are gonna shred up the lining, you're gonna send it into a wall likely, you're gonna hit something, a mailbox, a pole, whatever it is. You need to be mentally prepared and realize that it's okay, because you're gonna break something. You just either gotta fix it or replace it depending on what it is. Also, keep in mind that you need to buy a second car. Yes, hear me out. You do not want to drift your daily, because inevitably you know you will break something. And how will you get home if you get to the track but you drove it there? So have a backup car just in case, because you know that something's gonna mess up. You're going to spend a lot of time, a lot of money fixing and replacing parts just for you to go to the track and maybe get a lap or two, and the car completely dies or something happens and you'll be screwed. Trust me, I know, I've been there already. It happens. So be prepared as possible to understand that shit's gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up. And it's okay to suck at it. So don't expect to go out there and be like, Keisuke Takahashi or your boy Takumi Fujiwara. Don't expect to go out there to be super nice. Have patience with yourself and realize that you are going to suck and you're going to mess up because you don't know what you're doing. This is an entirely new skill. Drifting a car is going to make you realize that you're going to be doing things with the car that the car doesn't even necessarily feel like it's supposed to do in the first place. So, something you have to come to grips with. Just the best way to get good at it is, of course, realizing that you must practice, practice, practice. That goes back to dedicating the proper amount of time to get to those track days, to put in as much practice, do as many ride-alongs as you can, and really dedicate yourself. Not saying that you have to give away your entire life to drifting, though you will probably want to the moment you start getting on the track.
Learn by doing it. The first drifters invented drifting out here in the mountains by feeling. So feel it.
As always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate every like, every view counts. If you haven't already, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe to this video. If you think that there are some things that beginning drifters need to realize that I didn't include into this video, please do me a favor and drop it down in the comments below, because we are a loving community, and at the end of the day, we just want to help each other out. Be kind, and I'll see you next time.